In this unprecedented school year, a year in which school and teaching look very different than other years, teaching and administrators are searching for ways to meet the needs, socially, emotionally, physically, and academically, of their students. The benefits of learning and playing outside are well documented, and outdoor classrooms provide an opportunity to address the needs in a safe, open-air environment. The Bucher PTO recently received a grant from MTEF to create 2 outdoor classrooms in the area behind Bucher Elementary School. The outdoor classrooms are shared space to be utilized by all classes at Bucher Elementary. The classroom allows space for social distancing and group learning, as well as a play space that limits touch points. One class space is an amphitheater design in a naturally shaded area by the spring. This area includes seating made from stumps and logs. The second outdoor classroom is a grid configuration in a naturally tiered age by the spring, utilizing railroad ties and logs as seating. A team of 5 teachers participated in a 1-hour training entitled STEAM Outside with school-age children in order to facilitate ways to use outdoor classroom space that's aligned with our grade-level curriculum.
I am so grateful to the Manheim Township Education Foundation for all of the ways that they have created opportunities for our students to receive an education that's holistic, that cares for their social and emotional needs, and that also recognizes each of their individual, unique learning styles and abilities through the Design and Build Lab, the Sky Lab Observatory, the Bucher's Outdoor Classroom. The list goes on and on of all of the ways that the foundation has created grants and opportunities for our students to learn more than just the academics, but to go above and beyond in their development of life skills and caring for them as a whole child.
Hi, I'm Dave Farina, and I am a teacher here at Manheim Township High School, and I am the Planetarium and Observatory Director, as well as the head advisor for the Manheim Township Astronomy Club. Behind me is 5 years worth of effort on the parts of myself, the Manheim Township School District, and most importantly, the Manheim Township Education Foundation. This is the Manheim Township Skylab Observatory. The observatory is very special in that it provides our students a place and a home for our telescope equipment, and the building on the left is the observatory itself. And the roof on the observatory actually rolls off onto that little platform on the left, which looks like a little porch. And that's where 2 of our telescopes will live. And the other building is what's known as the warm room. and that's where the students, as well as myself, and all of our computer equipment will be during our observations. It allows us to have a permanent setup where we can have a safe, warm environment for ourselves as well as our computer equipment. Let's take a look inside. So now we are inside of the fence, and as you can see, this is the north-facing side of the observatory, and this is the place where the roof will roll off onto. And we have a nice back deck here. We're still under construction, so we've got some construction material laying out here. We've got access to the back of the facility with a very large 16-foot wide gate. And we've got some seating area here, as well as expanded seating area outside. So inside of the observatory, once again, we're still under construction. We have got 2 places for telescopes to be mounted, one on the right here, and also another here on the left. And these 2 piers are isolated from the rest of the building so that any vibrations that we have coming through the building are separate from those of the observatory. We also have a pass-through for our attendants, so people will walk in one door and back out the other. And this is the warm room structure. Once again, we have 2 doors, one in and one out. And we have windows which actually look into the observatory itself. And after the construction is complete, this will be filled up with computer equipment and electronics and networking equipment so that we have full access to the internet. So I just want to reiterate how important it is for donations like yours to be made for organizations like mine. We could never have done this without the help of the MTEF. I want to thank them so much for their continued support, and thank you for your interest in supporting these projects. Thank you.
I give extra to the Manheim Township Educational Foundation because when we invest in our young learners, we're investing in our future.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Donnell Forrester. I'm a proud member of the Manheim Township Educational Foundation Board, and I give extra because I want education to remain the great equalizer.
What if I told you that there's robots rolling around the halls of Manheim Township? They might not look like the robots we're used to seeing on the screen, but they give students a new way to learn. These robots, called Spheros, are being used by students of all subjects.
Last year, I wrote a grant to MTEF and decided to purchase some robotics, something that the library didn't have, and I wasn't sure how many students got to actually use robotics outside of like a tech ed type of classroom. So I thought it might be fun to bring them to everybody in the school. So I bought the Spheros with the intention that science and math would be able to use them, but it just so happens that social studies dug in first, and they were the ones who actually got to use them to start, and that was kind of cool to see like what they did.
The Spheros bolts have been really effective, I think, in the sense that they've given people an opportunity to think about what they're doing in a different way. I really enjoyed seeing the creativity in the projects, and I think that the information that they were conveying and making, like understanding, was much stronger. Like their ability to understand these things, convey that understanding, was a lot better this year than previous years, and I think the Spheros bolts, by them using that creativity and kind of pulling all those things together and thinking about how they're going to explain it, really made a difference in that.
I think it creates another way to engage students and allow them to differentiate for themselves. So if they're not comfortable with coding, they can kind of do some of the beginner type stuff that we've set up for them. If they are good with coding, because there's other classes in the school that deal with coding, they can kind of move at an accelerated pace, which is good. And they're also teaching themselves, and they're teaching one another by working in partners. And I think it'll be really effective in allowing them to learn the curriculum next semester when we do Force in Motion.
Despite their many functions, Spheros are easy to control.
So the robots work through Bluetooth. We just connect them to the app. You can code with blocks, or you can simply draw on the app and it will make the robot run, or there's just a simple drive feature and you can just drive the robot sort of wherever you want it to go.
So what do the students think about the robots?
The kids enjoy it, they're engaged, and they can do things that I didn't even think about when I first had this idea in my head.
I think that we could use them like we did in this history class with like projects and like demonstrating different ideas, because I thought it was like really useful to use the Spheros bolts with what we did in Gov.
Yeah, like drawing stuff.
I think the robots are really cool because this is like a new concept in our science class. Dealing with physics in this manner is sick, and I think that's cool.
I have learned that the robots can really like enhance creativity and can really show like how to do and express like different things when you're working on a project, and I think that's really cool.
That's all the time we have. Look forward to seeing Spheros in a classroom near you.
I give extra so students can thrive with hands-on experiences in nature.
Hi everyone, my name is Noel Shabu. I am a junior at Manheim Township High School, and I am one of the 2 student reps for the Educational Foundation. If you don't know, MTEF is a nonprofit organization that works with students across the school district as well as the school board to provide funds and grants for students like me. I cannot put in words how grateful I am to have received the help of MTF in many, many ways. But we could always still use your help. The organization is participating in Extraordinary Give Day, and it is approaching fast. So I just wanted to say we would love to have a donation, no matter how small it is. And it could benefit the students in so many ways. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sandra Orndorff, and I've been on the board of MTF for about 6 years. And the one thing that I love about MTF is that there's a common mission among the board members to really allow the students to flourish and allow the teachers to be as creative in bringing offerings as they can be. Just the common passion of being able to bring out the best in students and in teachers to provide an environment for optimal learning experiences.